Joining me now as I walk over to my seat that's been predestined for me is the author of this book, the forthcoming book, The War of the West, Douglas Murray. You recognize him all over the channel. Douglas, do you agree with what I said?
Absolutely. And I'm so pleased you said it, Brian, because there is a growing tendency in America, not just on the left, but now I would argue on the political right as well, that says they're starting to say the same talking points that the left used to make. You know, it used to be that we heard the left celebrating traitors, for instance. Now we hear some people on the right celebrating them. It used to be only the left that said things like, well, we killed X number of people in X place, so who are we to condemn Vladimir Putin, say? Now you hear people on the right saying the same thing. So this is a growing trend, and we have to confront that, and I'm so pleased that you address it, because too few people now in America are. Too many people are falling into this pattern of saying, you know, America isn't that great, wasn't that great, did something bad then, therefore we have no right to act now. That's flat out wrong, and it would not just be to America's detriment, but more importantly to the world's detriment if America took that view.
We can't wrap our heads around that a modern army, despite their philosophy, would aim at a hospital or a building full of innocent people, most of it children. We can't understand that mindset. We watch Shanghai locking down 25 million people without food or water. We can understand that mindset. Douglas, am I overstating it to say that's the world we will have if we retreat from it?
No, that's absolutely true. That clip you just played of Shanghai was just so chilling.
It's happening now.
It chills you to the bones that this is happening. Millions of people screaming from their windows. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knows what the American century looked like. You've just run over much of it. We've seen the American century included there was bloody wars across the globe, and America stepped in twice to make them less bloody than they would have been. Had America not have stepped in, we would have had a Nazi-run Europe, we would have had fascism across the globe and communism across the globe more. Here's the thing. There's so many people who criticize, hate, and beat up on the American century, so I have a challenge to them. If they disliked the American century, wait till they see the Chinese Communist Party century. Wait until they saw Vladimir Putin's century. By the way, I don't think that one's likely to come compared to the CCP one, just as Mike Pompeo and others have said. But the CCP century is one you wouldn't get to complain about human rights. You wouldn't hear about human rights abuses. You wouldn't get to moan. Nobody would care. That's the CCP's world. And people in America in particular, of all political stripes, have to realize this. What we have had is great luck.
I agree with you, but I'll tell you what a lot of people at home that watch our channel are saying. Not my problem. It's bad. We got enough problems here in America. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, I understand it. We have so many problems in America. We have homelessness, we have rising gas prices, we have costs of living crisis, all of these things. But since when was America not able to walk and chew gum at the same time? Since when was America only able to do one thing? You know, some people say things like, well, you think you can defend Ukraine's borders, but what about America's border? How about doing both?
Do both.
How about having a foreign policy and a domestic policy? American history is filled with America being able to have a foreign policy and a domestic policy. I don't see why we can't now.
I don't see either, and I just say this. When we make a mistake, we have investigations if we ever hit a hospital. Even when we went to Iraq, it wasn't to own Iraq, it was to get rid of a brutal dictator. We went into Vietnam to stop the spread of an oppressive government. Same thing with Korea. Our intent is not to dominate, it's to give people an ability to have a decent life. Even in Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
If the execution wasn't perfect, chalk it up to poor planning. We learn from it.
Absolutely. You know, one of the most moving things I've heard anyone say in recent years, and it's as it were reaching across the aisle point, was something that Colin Powell once said. He said, America sent her sons across the globe. They gave their blood, and the only thing that this country ever asked in return, in terms of land, was the land to bury her dead. Find me one other empire in history that's been the case with. One other power in history that's been the case with. Only America.
Yeah, and if you're watching in America, be proud, because that's your legacy.
Absolutely.
Douglas Murray, thanks so much.
It's a great pleasure.
Perfect person to put it in perspective.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.